So I'm at 31st Street in New York. Someone introduced this place to me about a month ago. I was walking from the ferry in Manhattan, and as I was walking back from taking the bus, I just hopped on the bus one Sunday, didn't pay, and it's New York, so certain things you can get away with once or twice. So I hopped on the bus, and then I was coming back, and this lady was like trying to protect me in some kind of way because I didn't know my way back. So I'm pretty sure I would have been asking, and no one would have been giving me any direction. Just like today when I was coming up to this place again, I like hopped on this guy. I saw this guy, some Spanish guy, and some other guy. I don't know if it was Indian or Spanish. Nowadays the Spanish are looking very Indian, and the Indian are looking very Spanish. And all of this censoring, of course. And so I asked the guy, where's the library? He told me the Mahian, I don't know how to pronounce it, building is where the library is. That's a trail, actually. That's a rail, excuse me. The Amtrak rail. Let's say it boldly on the building. It's the Amtrak rail building where the Amtrak run, aside from the Penn Station. And so yeah, that's happening. And so I hopped upon this. So the lady was walking with me. She was telling me about this place they built like a few years ago. But I haven't been in a city because I have been around America trying to escape this abuse. As I'm talking to you, the air is hitting up my chin. I don't want to get used to this air. That's why I'm videoing this thing. I don't want to get used to this air because eventually if you get used to this air, you're not going to know natural air from this air eventually. And this is the lights, what they're doing. I mean, maybe you wouldn't if it's harsh like they normally do, like the Black Americans. What these people are doing is pretty light compared to what the Black Americans do, but still you can get used to this. If this is what they're all going to plan to do, then you can actually get used to this air and not feel your own natural air. And as I'm sitting up here, I had my sweater off because look, my bra is patterned and it doesn't look right, and then I don't have the strap, so it looks horrible. So that's one of the reasons why I put this back on, but that's not the only reason. The main reason why I put this back on is because they're blowing the air on me, and I don't want to get used to this nasty air. They're still blowing the air on me. And and for me to avoid from getting used to this air, I have to wear sweaters. Or to avoid from feeling the harshness of the air, I have to wear sweaters so that my body's not feeling it. It doesn't penetrate through the sweater or the jacket, whatever I'm wearing, the long sleeve. It's pretty hot, and it's pretty nice out for me not to have a sweater or jacket on. So that's the problem. Because it's 87 degrees today, and this is what I have on. So you can see the dilemma here. It's either I take the sweater off and I endure the abuse, it's physical assault, it's physical abuse, or I keep the sweater on and I endure the heat. So I can actually get a heat stroke from this. Clearly this is attempted murder because these people are trying to kill me. If I walk hard enough or long enough, I can actually pass out and I can die from this shit. So I don't know what the state or this country think it's doing, having these people send my name to any police station, talking about I'm setting fires and trying to attack them and doing all kinds of things to them when they're doing these things to me. So I find it very funny and harsh that this is happening to me and it won't stop. And no matter what I tell them to stop, they won't stop because they think that they're even trying to protect me. So that's another problem. And I told you the demographic that I'm seeing is Spanish, white, and Black American. And that can't really be. I see spotted like Asian, Chinese, Indian, Middle Eastern, spotted of them, not plenty. And when I say spotted, I really mean spotted. And so hopefully this will be a short video. And so yeah, that's why I'm putting this. But I was telling you about this place that the lady told me about. She said it was built a few years ago. I was not in the city, like I said. I was all over America trying to escape this abuse. I think I was in Florida 2021 to 2022, and then I was in North Carolina 2020 to 2021, and then I came back to New Jersey 2022, so I've been back here since. I came back in January, and then I left and went back to Florida. Then I came back in March. Then I went to the hospital. I stayed there for a month and a half or so, and was out in May, and I've been out since. And I went back in the hospital in December for trying to help the lady get help in the apartment, and they took me to the hospital instead because they're claiming that they see my name in their record as being hospitalized before. Same thing happened again 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, when I came back from the when some fire was set in the house. Yep, and not here for you. You don't have the right. Yeah, that all of that is happening. It's sad that I can't show you split the video to show you what the hell is really going on here, the reactions and the perverseness of what is happening here. Then you would really believe me. Whoever is not in this country would really believe me that this is really happening to me. And it's for me to turn nigga. I told you guys, I put it on there. Because if it's not, then I don't know what the fuck you're doing, following me and harassing me everywhere I go in this country, calling me a fucking damn nigga. Beating up my body with air and all kinds of nasty ass shit. And talking to me, calling my name Dania, Tam, Tamika, all of my names that no one should know about me. So I find it very hard that this is happening. And like I was saying, the demographic, excuse me. Yeah, I think there is a word called demography or something like that. It's Spanish, white, and black that I'm seeing, and spotted like Asians, Middle Eastern. And whatever else is out there, you know, they're all combined like that. So yeah, this is about to end. It's like 7 minutes. I can go to 10 minutes. That's as far as I want to go. So I told you guys this thing was built a few years ago. The lady showed me, and this is my second time coming up here. This is the other side. There's another side. Let me see if I can show you. If I bring this down, can you see? If I bring this like this, if I bring it up a little bit, if you can see, bring it up. It's like a walkway, and the walkway over there bring you to this like nice scene where there are like shopping stores and stuff, and like this like not a museum, but that's what I said I came here to do, to go to the museum. I don't know if it's free, but it's like a viewing thing. I don't know, like, the word isn't coming to me, but it's like one of those sightseeing things. Yeah. So this is also a sightseeing thing, of course, but that thing over there, when you walk down, is a sightseeing. And this is a Starbucks. This right here, the walkway. Let me bring it down because I think that's the best way that you can see, because I think that's what I've learned to do. So going toward there, around the corner, it's a Starbucks. It's a long Starbucks. It actually has an eating area and all of that stuff going on. And then there are restaurants around the other side. But this part cut off right here. See, it doesn't go any further. The other side over there, you walk down where those people are, and it brings you to like a sightseeing thing. It's really nice. So this is my second time since she showed it to me. She was a very nice lady, and then she got scared and nervous, and then she didn't really want to give me her number or take the conversation any further. So that happened. But the good thing, the good thing yesterday when I went to East Orange General Hospital to pick up my belongings, some Haitian guy gave me his number, both his cell phone numbers. I was talking to him about cell phone and what you need and how much you need and all of this stuff, and he showed them to me, and then I exchanged numbers with him. So that's a good thing. Aside from that, at least someone has the nerve to want to talk to me, right? So aside from that, this is where I am. in this whole life journey. And I'm not really sure what's going to happen because these people are still watching me. They must believe in their wacky minds that they're protecting me. They're just making my situation worse, especially with the tenants at the house. I don't know what's going to happen. As you guys know, like, people can come, the police can set me up. The police can come and arrest me at any time for these things that these people are claiming. So I'm putting that out there too because these things are really happening to me. And this is my freedom and my life and my livelihood that's being jeopardized. And this isn't a joke and it's not a game. So I have to make sure that I put these things out there because I don't know what can happen to me later on in life. And another thing is, you know, America likes to do history making shit. And I told you guys from 2013 when those black Americans were fucking with me at the Stop and Shop in Union, I told them, leave my life alone. I do not want to be a part of your fucking damn history. And what has been happening for the past 4 years? I've been under attack by America, Spanish, black and white, and Africa, because apparently the Africans set me up because of moving to the ladies' apartment, the girls' apartments in Irvington from the church the African church that I was going to, and the bug came on my face the first night that I slept there, and I told her about it, and she's driving. She's like, oh, I'm black. And I don't think she thought that everybody was watching me. No one was really watching me. No one was really into this wacky shit, the setup shit that they had going on. I think they kind of called it on me because I left after 2 months. Actually, I was planning on leaving after 2 weeks because I found that apartment in Rahway after 2 weeks of looking to get out of there because the thing pitched on my face. So, you know, and that's abuse. That's abuse, and that should not happen to anyone. Especially you're renting, no bugs should be in your place. And I asked them, and they said there wasn't anything there. And I know that can happen. You know, you rent a place, and the people think that everything is fine, and the people that were there didn't keep it up, and then you find out that these things happen. And that's why I decided, let me try to work with them, because she said work with her. And then I said, let me try to work with them and, you know, clear out whatever is there. But then I realized that if I stay there, I'm going to have to be the one to clean up those things. And then, like, they were still coming even after they did their termination. And I said, no, you know, when I saw that they weren't stopping from the termination, I said, I can't stay here. So I stayed there for 2 months, and I found that I called back the place and it was still there. So I decided to take it. And that was Rahway. It's supposed to be a suburb, and nothing like that should be happening to me. And it did. And that's where it started, and it's still happening. And I went to, when I went to North Carolina, that's Midtown, Charlotte, that I went to. It wasn't any ghetto. It's very developed, actually, and very, like, hip, like the city, like here. Very city structured. So, so I'm very surprised that was there. But then they were trying to get me to move to some, like, nicer place. But the apartments that I saw there weren't that nice. Weren't nicer than the one that I had. The one that I had was perfect for me. Perfect. Literally. It was small space, but it was perfect. The other places was like the one in Florida with the big counter thing for the kitchen. I don't care about those things, you know. I'm not really like, I don't care if it's a big old counter in the kitchen. The apartment that I had in the Midtown was fine. There wasn't any counter. I could put actually a small table for 2, and or even for 4. You know, like even a little bigger table for 4. And my space would have been beautiful, perfect. It's small, but it would have been perfect. Instead of that big old nasty ass counter, it's an apartment. You know, put the chairs around it. That's for houses, you know. For me, you know, or even like house apartments, you know. But I'm almost finished. I said 10 minutes, and I'm at 15 minutes. You know, this is how it goes. So I'm very annoyed and confused and disgusted. At this point, I really thought that this would be really dying, like completely dead. And it's not. And it's 4 years now. So I don't know what kind of history these people really believe that they're making, but it better not be the fuck on me. Whatever history, better reverse. I'm not playing with no Black America, and I'm not playing with no fucking damn Africa. Apparently, this is from some. I was telling you the story. The lady, see how I moved from 10 minutes to the story to make it more? That's what I'm saying. That's how my mind is driving me. So then after she did that, and that whole episode, and I moved out, whatever. But then during that time, that something happened in China with the Africans, where COVID, remember 2020 was where COVID started. And there was like a big thing going on with COVID. And then something happened in Africa with the Africans, in China with the Africans. They were saying that they were kicked out of their places and put on streets and all this wacky ass shit. But it was from COVID. It wasn't like they were kicked out of their apartments. Just randomly, people just went there and kicked them out of their apartments. The COVID was going on, and it was a COVID attack. So that's what I believe happened. But then they took it out on me when I moved to Rahway. They set me up and started abusing me, nigger. The Spanish did mostly. The white people in the suburb was telling them to leave me alone, not to do that, to stop. And eventually I got the Spanish there to stop in the community. But driving to and from work, it was still there. It was very heavy, actually. It was very prompt. It was very, like, vigorous. Like, it was very, like, rigorous. Like, it was a heavy-ass attack. I don't know if you've ever been under attack. It was a serious situation going on. And and then it was still in the apartment, but it wasn't in the community so much. Like, when I went to some places, it was... some like Indian lady was like fucking with me when I went to the wine place, and I was like really pissed off, and I was telling myself, so I was really like, you know, who the fuck do you think you are doing this to me? That's my life that you're taking from me. That's myself that you're taking from me. Talking about Neva and all this shit. And so, but other places that I went to, they were like doing just talking. It wasn't like about anyone, because they were kind of hiding why they were doing it. First they were saying it was for probation with this Jamie girl. I was one of them, and I didn't understand what that meant. I thought it was the glasses thing that we were doing at the job when I was there. But then it turned out to be some black thing, like it was some racist shit. This racist shit that's going on, this racist nigga shit that they're doing to me. So I don't know what they were doing to that girl there. But if they were doing anything at all, if it was the glasses thing, I don't know what the hell it really is. But that happened. So it was some racist shit, it seemed, because of this nigga that they're calling me. So clearly they're saying that I was Jamie, like I was some Black American. You know, they weren't saying that was the glasses thing that everybody was trying to do, like celebrity. So it was some racist shit, saying that I was Black American. I was this girl. I didn't understand it until maybe this year. I started, when I moved to this apartment and all of this started happening, I started realizing that maybe about 3 months ago, I started realizing that maybe that's what it is. It's not really about the glasses thing. It's really about some racist, like I'm Black American. So they're abusing me, this girl. So then, but remember when I was in Florida, when I was coming from Jamaica, actually, in August of 2020, and they had the whole abuse stuff that had just started, and I didn't understand what was going on and all this stuff, and then the white people were taking up for this Jamie girl, and they were saying, we want to treat her better than you. What the fuck do I have to do with this girl? I have no fucking idea. And then they were doing the N-word and all this wacky shit, and all this stuff was happening. And I didn't understand it. And then they were saying that I should, order attack on the girl, but I didn't know why this was happening to me, so I wouldn't order attack on someone that I didn't even know what the hell was going on or what was going on with her. And then they were telling me about special to me and all this wacky shit, and I knew that I didn't have anything to do with these white people and their racist shit that they watched me observe on my personal Facebook page, for people that I had on my Facebook page to come after me and attack me for it, because that's where they got the information, I'm assuming. No, that can't be. You never know what people are putting up on their Facebook pages. All of that shit can be false. All of that shit can be like not true. So why the hell are you fucking with me? You have no clue as to what you've done and no clue as to what you're doing. So why did you do that? Why are you doing that? And even when I went to Pennsylvania, I think that was in 2019, I was very surprised when I was driving. And then these people in the community started attacking me about this Jamie girl and it was Tamika that you should have chosen and all this wacky shit. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? I didn't even know what the hell they were talking about. But in 2015, when I had Liz on my Facebook page, I saw some picture of her and Jamie. I think Jamie is the godmother for some kid, but then I thought the guy was Spanish that Liz is married to. Turned out the guy is Black American or some kind of black person. They don't even know if the guy is Black American or Spanish, you know. If it's a Black American, then why can't she do that, you know? Moreover. So I'm just like confused as to what the fuck this is all about. But I know this can't be happening to the fuck me. So I'm putting all of this out there because all of this is a part of this whole setup shit that's happening. And I'm tired of seeing Spanish, white, and black because this is not the makeup of America and this is not fair. Don't touch my fucking vagina. Someone just put the voodoo on my vagina to take the serum out of it. You know, this is not the makeup of America. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like I said, when I was walking and the Spanish guy did that to me, oh, I don't know, that building right there. Clearly you're not the makeup of America, so, and you're not here to help me. That's a sign, indication that you're not here to help me. So why the hell are you following me? Why are you coming around me? Why are you placing yourself in positions where I will see you and be around you, and you're the only ones around for me to ask for help or anything of such sort, when you're the one attacking me and coming after me and messing with me, and voodooing me. And annoying me and bothering me and taking my life from me and taking myself from me and taking all of myself from me and abusing me and harassing me and attacking me as if this is not life that everybody's living and you have no right to be taking anything from anyone because you're not it. And it's clearly it's a setup because it's all you all the damn time. So why the hell are you coming after my life and doing this to it for no fucking probation and no fucking setup and no freaking racist shit? That you have going on. It has nothing to do with me, and I told you already, what you have going on with probation and these Black Americans has nothing the fuck to do with me. Take me out of your fucking damn scene. I left probation on my own fucking damn terms. You have no right coming after me. I don't care what the hell you're thinking or what the hell you're saying. You took all my self from me, and I want it back. So I really want to see how you're gonna give it back, because you're out of your fucking damn mind, and you're wacky and crazy and sick and tormented, and you're refusing to accept it, and you're refusing to leave. Especially the Black Americans calling my name, Tam, Damia, Tamika, all of my nicknames, all of my names. How the hell did you get all of this information? What voodoo are you using to gather all of this information and all the life events of me to be coming after me and attacking me with it? Because it's not fucking funny. And talking to me like you fucking know me, like I know you. And when you're a total stranger to me, it's very bothersome, and I keep telling you to stop and you're refusing to. And that's a crime, because I don't know you. You're a total stranger. And you're disrupting the whole world, and you're disrupting the community, and you're disrupting my life, more importantly. Most of all, you're disrupting my life because I don't want to be a part of your wacky shit. As I'm sitting here, you should be seeing yourself as a total stranger. Because that's what the hell you are. And I told you guys that the guy from the apartment in Rahway, the maintenance guy, was telling that Black American, oh, what you're seeing is real, when they asked me to use my view my apartment, the updates that were made to it. Apparently he was the one renting from before, and they made the updates to it, and wanted to check out the apartment, and that's not even true. They just wanted to make sure that what they were seeing was real. That's what I believe. And that's not right. And this is wrong, what is happening, and this is wrong what's happened to me. This is wrong what they're doing to me. I have my family and my life to protect, and you're disrupting it, and you're telling us that we can't live our lives in peace, and you're telling us that we can't live our lives in peace. And you're telling us that we can't live our lives without being censored and watched and followed and abused, most importantly. I don't want your abuse. Keep it to your friggin' damn self. I did tell you, I do not want your abuse. Keep it to your fucking damn self. Stop coming around me, stop following me, and stop listening to me. Because you can't control yourself, and that means you have anxiety issues, you have mental health issues, and you have a criminal issue. Because you have an issue of abuse. Keep it to your black Americans then. And that's another thing. You shouldn't be going around abusing people for them to come after me and think that they can abuse me to be doing this shit to the fuck me. Because you're the prime reason, white people, why these black Americans are doing this shit to the frig me. Because they're blaming you for the abuse and the way they look. That's why they went and deduct their asses and did all this wacky shit to be a part. And you don't have the right to do that to anyone. And I told you guys, they need to start seeing these black Americans as humans so that they can leave me. As that's what they're telling me, that I see them as niggas. And they need to clear that off me. And they're not going to stop doing that to people who see them that until everyone's, until everyone stops. So I'm telling you, white people who are watching this, you need to start seeing these people as humans, and you need to start treating them as human beings. One thing for me, I know for me, for sure, I don't want anyone abusing me. And if that's not the way they look, then you need to leave them the fuck alone. Because if you're abusing them for them to look like that, then something's fucking wrong with you. Another thing is, because I look like this from abuse. Another thing is, they're saying that they've been out of abuse for over a decade now, and that's how they really look. Nigga, if that's how the fuck you look, then that's how the fuck you look. You don't have no business fucking with me. As a matter of fact, yesterday, look at that. This is gonna be like a half an hour video. As a matter of fact, just last night I was watching the TV and I saw this basketball star, right? And the guy's like clear skin, and I'm like, and there was this guy in the hospital when I was there, and I was like, guy, you're a friggin' nigga. You don't have any right walking around here, because your shit is gonna come off in my room, and it's gonna smell, and it's gonna do all this, negative energy is gonna come off in my room. And sure enough, that's what the fuck happened. Now, whether or not they use voodoo to say, I don't know, but I'm just saying that's what happened. So, I'm not making any excuse for these people. I don't know them, but what I'm saying is this is really happening to me. Now when I was at I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna tell you about that soon. So that thing really came off of me. I told the guy, you're a nigga, you can't be doing that. Like, you have shit inside of you, like your nasty food that you eat and all that, and you don't work out and all that nasty shit. You don't drink water, plenty of water. You don't hydrate yourself. All of those things, like those things are gonna come off on people because you have that stuff on you and in you. And whatever kind of food you eat, that's nasty shit, like, get the fuck away. That's called nigga wacky. And I honestly didn't know that was true, and it really happened to me. So it's true. And then so then that's one thing, right? But what I'm saying is, if they're blaming these white people for abusing them for the reason why they look like that, then clearly you need to stop. Clearly you need to stop, because you clearly show them that nothing go like that. So clearly, if you don't abuse them, they'll look like that any fucking damn way, and then they'll have no one to blame for the way they look. Yeah, but then you want to abuse them even for the way they look, right? And so that they can look worse, so that they can come after us to do that shit to us, right? Something go like that. You need to cut out your fucking abuse of people and go find something to do yourself, because if somebody abused the fuck you, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it, and these are grown people. Nobody should be abusing any fucking young body. And these are grown people. You shouldn't be doing that to them. At least they should be growing up knowing how they look. At least they should be growing up knowing how they look. They shouldn't be in abuse all of their life to not know how the fuck they look. Because clearly they're going to come after you. God is going to see it, and he's going to do something about it. So, and it's not right. Because if it's not right, God is going to see it if they prayed to him about it. And then he's going to do something about it, just like he did something about it. And I'm not going to take any responsibility or any ownership of, or take any abuse for the fuck you. Nobody's going to do this to me for the frig you. And nobody's going to blame me for your wacky ass shit. If they're in abuse, that's their own fucking damn business. They're grown ass fucking people. Okay? That's not going to happen. So you're going to find a way to bring back my friggin' damn life from these black people. I keep telling you, you need to start seeing them as humans and stop abusing them so that they can leave my fucking life the fuck alone. So I'm telling you again, leave them alone. Stop calling them monkeys and niggas and all this wacky ass shit. Even though I don't know if that's what you were doing with them, but you're doing it to me. And this can't happen to me. And let me just tell you that when I was No, I'll do that another time because it's about to be half an hour and I want it to end there. But that's what I have to say for today. I don't want to put anything more in there. There is more to tell about this wacky shit that they're doing to me. Niggering me. Yeah, this is how I look. I'm not no fucking damn nigga. Your niggas look fucking 10 times worse than this and they're not in no fucking movies. Something's wrong with you and something's wrong with them. You go back to your life and go back to the freedom. Go back to your life and go back to them. You're out. Yeah. You keep putting up that mood.